The long-running dispute between Airbus and Qatar Airways took another twist on Friday, October 14th, when Boeing joined the two parties in the London court because of its commercial dealings with Qatar Airways over 737 MAX airliners. The proceedings were the latest installment in the dispute between Airbus and Qatar over surface damage to the airline's A350s. Airbus accepts manufacturing flaws but says they are not a safety risk. This is a position backed by the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, or EASA. In mid-October, the lawyers were in court arguing about access to confidential documents, including a preliminary contract for Qatar's purchase of 737 MAX jets. Access to such confidential information is highly contested, and why Boeing sent their lawyers into the fray. At the Farnborough Air Show in July, Qatar confirmed an order for 25 MAX 10s plus options for a further 25 to replace the order for 50 A321neos cancelled by Airbus. Previous legal hearings accepted Airbus's argument that it did not have to build the A321neos for Qatar, with the plane maker saying the MAX was as good as the A321. Qatar was ordered to provide the preliminary MAX contract to Airbus, but in court on Friday, Boeing objected to Airbus's internal lawyers seeing the data. Reuters quoted Boeing lawyer Paul Stanley as telling the court, "The disclosure of pricing information, that is dynamite." Qatar has 53 Airbus A350s, with 29 of those listed as inactive. A Reuters report on Friday's court happenings said that 28 of Qatar's A350s are grounded because of surface damage. The current state of play is that Qatar is suing Airbus for at least $1.4 billion, and Airbus is countersuing Qatar for $405 million. The Airbus claim includes $185 million of credits against future deliveries, which it said were paid into funds for Qatar's aviation development. Airbus wants the development fund payment reimbursed as part of its claim, and has asked Qatar to explain how the money was spent. Sources note that the money had been invested as expected, and discussing the funds was a legal maneuver by Airbus. There was also disagreement in court over access to emails of Qatar Airways CEO Akbar Al-Bakr, with the airline given 6 weeks to address security concerns about information held on government servers. A final sting in the tail was an accusation from the airline that Airbus had attempted to influence EASA inspectors. Qatar said that Airbus was trying to bring inspectors on side by controlling what they saw, backing that up with an internal Airbus email. The email, which came from a top A350 engineer, asked colleagues to show EASA the worst damage, adding, "We need to damp the first impression they will have." Airbus said this demonstrated their openness and willingness to show inspectors everything in a warts-and-all approach. Unsurprisingly, both sides are accusing each other of being uncooperative by not handing over documents. They also reiterated demands to have millions of dollars paid as deposits or credits returned, but any timely resolution to this saga seems to be a long way off. What do you think of this latest development? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.